Welcome to day 6, almost a full week of work. As I say, you don't get weekends off, although these don't line up in a way where this will be a weekend, but there's no days off, no breaks on this train, unless for some reason something comes up and I can't record, and I don't have one in the pipeline. So we're back to picking another abnormality. I'm going to stop doing that. We're about to pick another abnormality. Again, still don't know anything about them. So we'll just have to read the blurb and decide which one we want as we go. This one, she was so talking before, yet in the end, loneliness was the only listener. We've seen that one before. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. This one, for any Limbus enjoyers, this one shows up in Limbus. This is the fairy one. This one is interesting. I've both times I've played this game previously, this was the second one I picked up. It's a very, very interesting abnormality, and it may be what we pick unless the last one is something that sounds cool. Please eat my dreams. We're definitely taking this one. That was just what we're doing. As you are aware, there are numerous employees working for our company. A majority of them would like to know more about you as a person. Some will take the initiative and attempt to approach you first. It's rather funny. Knowing who you are will not do anything to improve their odds. There are no regulations to prevent them from coming all the way to your office to interact with you face to face, unfortunately. It seems the one who set those rules in place did not consider situations like this. And I suppose this may be a good opportunity for you to show them that you are generous and caring enough to have chit-chats with your subordinates. Words tend to travel faster than you think. I will not stop you from meeting with someone if there are employees who wish to visit you, but please keep in mind that you do not have to do everything they ask of you. Simply thank them for their effort, tell them you hope they'll keep up their good work, and that will benefit both parties, don't you think? Are you still following me? What we need is a gesture of goodwill and nothing more. Do not go overboard and listen to whatever nonsense they have to say. Give them a vending machine, and next they'll come knocking, demanding a bar. I expect you to make the right decision. Oh my god, there's 3 of them now. Yesod is here now. We need to be honest here, Malekith. You simply cannot suppress the ordeals with the employees you currently have at your disposal. Trust me, I am the head of the information team. Even if your team were to suppress the ordeals on their own, there's too great a risk of extreme mental damage to your employees. But, Yesod, we only need to consider the mortality rate of the agents and the possibility of the abnormalities breaching. Malekith, Lady Angela said that one crazy employee will kill 10 others. I am the Saphira of the control team. I may make outrageous mistakes in all other aspects, but in this role I know better than anyone else. I know how to handle employees on the verge of insanity. I even wrote down a code of conduct for it. Honestly, it feels like I'm the only one who follows the guide. Am I wrong? Please tell me if you happen to need it. I can always share a copy with you. I'm fine, but that code of yours... I don't need weak employees in my department. Weakness means elimination, the death of your place in my department. To work for the control team, the department that leads the corporation, signifies that you should be more capable than everyone else. Manager, please say something to them. You've been watching what's happened to those weak-willed employees from the comfort of your office, haven't you? Can any one of you guys say something? Well, thanks so much for visiting. It's made me so happy. We should meet up again sometime. All of us Upper Sephiroth. I have an announcement for the Sephiroth of the upper layer. The mental corruption levels of the control team employees exceeded the maximum threshold. And just what did the other Sephiroth do in the meantime? Sit and watch? The control team has failed to handle the ordeals. Supplement the staff immediately and suppress the ordeals. I will ask for support from the other departments. Mission, when dusk falls. As the clip-off deference weakens, the abnormalities will begin to grow agitated. Certain things we called ordeals, which we cannot contain, will go into a rampage, just as they are right now. Could you calm down the employees by suppressing one of the ordeals that show up at dusk? I'll help you with it as soon as I can. Complete a dusk ordeal is the mission. So that second bit only happened because we completed that prior mission. They don't always give you access. So it was funny because we've never met Yisod, and we've never met the other woman, so we can get an introduction to them, which is very funny. But it's just because we complete that mission early. It's now like, hey, you need to do this thing that you don't even have access to as of yet. I am in charge of the investigation team in this department. I'll give you a proper greeting later. Are you planning to open up the information department before starting the day? I don't really have a choice, mate. It's between you and these two that are blocked. Now we can get joint command. We can order our agents to work in other units. And now because we're on day 6, it'll implant the memory repository. What that means is you can basically rewind to the last one of these. So if at any point over the next 5 days, I think it's in 5 day stints it does it, I can come back to this day if I want to. Now the real question here that you have to ask yourself, you can't move these ego, right? So with that being the case, who do you want working on the information team? Ideally, you want people working in here. Well, it doesn't really matter. You just... Basically, because of the way it works, like, I kind of want her to, like, Hannah to be here, because she's got quite a lot of combat stats. She's got a good fortitude, she's got a good prudence, she's probably going to be one of my combat people. You want her to work in the control team because then she's quicker, whereas people that work in this team get increased temperance. So you kind of want people working here that you want to have high temperance. I'm probably going to put Buffy in here just because we need somebody that's good here in this team. We'll probably hire someone else. We might only leave 2 people working up here. We don't need the full number of people in each of these, and that's the important bit. You do want some number, but you kind of want new people to fill up the new slots. But obviously, because you get quite a lot of these lobs, like I've got 12 now, because of how many you get, you don't really need to move people. Usually, you can just hire people. The only use for this lob stuff is to recruit people. So, you know, we could hire Brooke here, and we're gonna rename him. He's gonna be called we'll have this be a dude because all the other ones we have are women. So this is gonna be coming up with names is always the hardest part. Alfie. This is gonna be Alfie, but named after Alpha No. And then we're looking for this to look a little bit like a guy. Most of the hairstyles are long, so there, that'll do. He looks like... Actually, what kind of head does Alpha No have? That one would be funny. The poo hair. We're gonna have him with that hair, and he's gonna have slightly longer back hair, but not too long. Although I can't actually remember. I think Alpha No actually has quite long hair. He can have hair like that. Look, that is cool. Nah, he's not. He's not Super Saiyan. He's not Goku. Maybe we'll have Goku at some point. There you go. That'll do. And then the face. Till we get one that's vaguely Alpha No. That, but then we change the eyes. There we go. Give them 1 fortitude, 1 prudence. There's a reason these are cheaper. It said here temperance. Alphino has a strong sense of justice, so you can have justice, and there we go. We only really need a couple of people working here, because, you know, they only have 1 anomaly to look after. They don't really need that many. Then we go to the ego list. So, we got quite a lot of these now. The control team, ideally, we give them a gun. We give them, like, good stuff. So, the order of the weapons is Zayn, Teth, He, Wa, and Aleth. These are basically strength grades. This is currently showing all of them. I don't know what it's sorting them by. I thought it was damage, but it's not. Oh, I didn't know this. Interesting. Okay, so sometimes deals black damage instead of white damage. When the wielder's prudence is 4 or above, there is a chance to deal red damage. Prudence being the white skill. So you kind of want someone with a high white skill to use this. And ideally someone with a decently high temperance. If there's somebody that has both, not temperance, justice. So probably either Amber or Susan. You won't work. I won't with this at the moment. This one also has the benefit. Yeah, we'll put it on Amber. So Amber can have the gun. Okay. And then this has a 5% chance to recover 10 SP on attack if the wielder has 2 justice or more. So anyone that has 2 justice. Wait, this was temperance, wasn't it? No, prudence. Oh no, that's the white one, yeah. This is just slightly better, but these are also just like base weapons. So basically we're going to decide who these go on, and then everyone else can have one of these sticks. One thing how a weapon be drawn from such a cute abnormality be any good. However, the claws are actually quite durable and sharp. Be aware that the beast inside you may awaken if you use this weapon too much. But the soft gel light, I don't know if this is just flavor text, I assume it is. This one has to be very close. This one actually seems worse than this one, but it does do red damage, which is less common. What we'll do is we'll have one. Whoopsie, that was she was trying to get there. We'll have Barbie can use these, then Elfie can use these. Hannah, she already has the dog ears, so she may as well have that, which leaves Susan to equip this. As I say, the special requirements, we'll meet those when we need to come to them. For someone to even equip this, they have to have Prudence level 2, which, to be fair, everyone does. What we'll do is it gives, what does it give? Weak, endured, vulnerable. They're all vulnerable on this. So red damage, as I say, is the most common. You're on the front line, like I'd say Hannah's gonna be our front line fire, right? So we're actually gonna leave her in the same one. The Teth one is better overall, but against white damage it's weak, which is bad. It means that if I try and send her into combat against something that does white damage, it won't be very good. So what we'll do is we'll give this noise one to Parfy, and we'll just remember this and not send her against something that has red. Although, yeah, then Alfie can have the opposite. And then these guys, everyone else gets one of these. So no one's in their base suit anymore. The base suit is just like worse. Like this is 0.9, 0.8, 0.9, 0.2. The base suit is 1, 1, 1.5, 2. Like there's a few occasions when not having anything on is worth it, but it's uncommon. Right, now I have a hold of the floor. The other way to come down, the floors basically build themselves. It doesn't really make sense when you think about it, because like these other Sephiroth are supposed to work in these departments, so I don't really understand how this bit works, but it basically builds them as you do each day. So, the only way for someone to get down here at the minute is to go the left way. Basically, once I put another one in, it'll make another bit here, you'll be able to come down here. Then it'll make another one here, it'll go down here, and then and then sometimes, then when you get another department, it'll go like over here, and then one over here, and it'll make a little square. But getting like from here to here would be quite hard, because it would take them going like up here and across, whereas like the control people are kind of in the middle. Which is why before it was like, hey, by the way, I want a thingy. What we'll do is by default we'll grab Hannah and have her equip that just to get her ready. Right, down here we've got this. So we've got T0299. That looks like, what the fuck is that? What even is that? Let's go insight. Best of luck. Actually, instinct's the highest. Best of luck. What was I said we shouldn't put her against because of the armor? Was it red? It was red, wasn't it? Yeah, she takes increased red damage. I should not have sent her in against the red. Oh, it's dealing black damage. Like, you can see the black on the outside. This is not the correct thing. This is probably going to be a day restart unless she does very, very well here. This probably doesn't end well. Although she does have a very high resistance to black damage because of the armor. The armor is making her only take 60% damage. But that was a lot of damage that she took. Like if I try send her up here, which I think you can do. Yeah. Yeah, that was less damage than I would have expected actually. But that probably gave quite a lot of training for Fortitude. To say how badly that went. We now know it does black damage. That doesn't really help. What we'll do is we'll check. Yeah, so actually, sending it in to do attachment work is quite good. So we'll send Alfie since he's new. Actually, no, we'll just send Buffy back in. She's got armor that protects her against the black damage. She's got a decently high temperance. Temperance is also what we're like. This whole section is about. As you can see, if I was to just do this one, it would take fucking forever. So, but we're gonna like try and avoid and doing the ones where we already have everything. So we'll mostly send people against Pode. So we may as well send Amber in, get her level up a little bit. You know, actually, we'll send Hannah to go and level her repression, and then we may as well get Susan a little bit more experience in her insight, and then like consistently, if we can, we'll do this. We'll learn about the 4 different work types. I find these quite good. I know previously I said about the managerial guidelines, but the more I'm thinking about it, this one does probably make the most sense. You'll notice these end up being basically the same quite a lot of the time. For the different levels, it's uncommon that it's not, but any player with temperance under 2 will fall asleep immediately after working with the abnormality, never to reawaken. So don't send someone with temperance less than 2 to work on this, I guess. Which is good that we checked that, because he would have just immediately died. If I'd sent Alfie like I was gonna, he would have just died. So he needs to train his temperance. So what we need to do is Alfie needs to go and train his temperance up there. Until he has temperance level 2, he obviously can't work on the sleepy thing. He's just not allowed. He will die. As you notice, this says Dawn, and I'll deal with Manifest in the next quick clip-off meltdown. This wants me to complete a Dusk one. I don't know if we'll reach that point. I'm not gonna like gamify it and try and get there, just because there's not really an upside to doing it. Yeah, she did really good there. I'm shocked that was a grade. If I'm being honest. We will try and hit this dawn thing, just so that we've seen one. We'll try and hit it. Again, just do the attachment work. To make it easier, we'll... Ooh, do we have enough to look at these kind of... We'll have a look at more of them. When the war result's bad, the counter increases. This one's, like, stupid, because it's like, this is basically always a thing. I don't think I've ever seen one where it says, like, when it's bad, the clip-off counter goes up. There more than likely is one that is like that, but it just is weird to me that it's even a thing you have to think about. When it escapes, its light puts every employee that came into contact with it asleep. They wake up when the manager shakes them. So I think you just have to click. I think it basically it goes near people and then it sends them asleep, and you have to click on them to wake them up. It eventually returns to its companion of its own volition. Attempts to suppress it will provoke it, transforming into an extremely hostile entity. This second form is designated as T-02-99-I. So, if it escapes, just let it walk around. Don't shoot it. Don't bother it, and it'll send people to sleep, but then it'll just go back to work. Basically, it's EP. If you fuck it up, its suppression, it'll go mad and it'll try kill you. But if you don't, then it's fine. Right, let's... Hannah, you go work in there, and then... Susan, you go work down there. This should trigger it. Once all these people go into the thing, they'll trigger the dawn thing. In fact, I should probably be being more careful about that. But we're not going to be. 3 cheers for the beginning. Let us light a flame yet more radiant. Oh, it's already gone. So, what happens now is it spawns these little gremlins. It spawns other stuff as well, but at the minute it's spawning these little gremlins. These Dawn of Crimson. These things are weak against black and white damage. We don't know what type of red damage they do because we've never been hit by one. But at the minute they're weak against white damage. Okay, so Barfi has that weapon that does. And what you can do is you can click on him and you can have a look. So she does red damage, and this says noise death. I don't know what that means. Oh, it hurts her armor. Okay, it's saying she has the noise armor on that is 10th level. So it's not that weak against that. Amber, though, over here, probably can take out this guy. So if I send both of these to go and fight these, look, she'll fucking hit them. Oh, it's not even fighting back. I have a feeling Amber probably kills this pretty quick. Yeah, look, boom, boom, boom. And they kill it! Yay! It explodes and into bloody pieces. T-02-99 escaped containment. Which one is that? Oh, that's this. So what we're going to do is we're going to just let it. Wait, what does this mean? Sounds like a down arrow on it. I wonder if it's because we're in an ordeal you get less boxes. I've never... Oh yeah, look. Present... So if I was to leave, I'd get -1 lob if I completed my workday. I don't know where this thing went. Yeah, Susan, beat the shit out of... Oh look, yeah, see, it's sending people to sleep as it walks past them. And sending off these little beams of light that are sending people to sleep. That's fine, we just leave it, we just let it do that. Eventually it'll just go back of its own accord. Oh, so these little fuckers... Oh, I see. These little... Oh. These little guys are trolling. When you kill them, they make the... They're basically, yeah, they're reducing how much stuff I'm getting from these. I see now. They're reducing how much stuff I'm getting. Oh wait, just leave it. It killed something, so it... I reckon you two can handle this time. The combat in this is a little bit jank, you'll notice. What is happening? The Dawn of Crimson. I don't know what that means. Something bad's happening. Oh, this guy's not happy. Well, we beat the dog. Susan is currently uncontrollable because she's asleep. This thing's back in its cage. Oh, I see. It's because it ended it. It popped up that thing. Everyone return to your thing. Yeah, as I say, I thought Susan would wake up. Oh, there we go. She woke up. Yeah, see, I told you. Click on her. Did we kill everything? There's a lot of insane people, but oh yeah, look, you just gotta click them a lot. They shake and then they wake up. They have a little yawn. I think it's playing this noise because we had a breach of containment and like people are dead and stuff. So this is level 2 because some of the clerks died. Same with this. It's level, well, this is level 1 because there's just not enough clerks. Let's have a look. T-0-99-I have occasionally crowed, dealing white damage to an entire department. Employees are asleep during its light, awoke and panic after hearing its sound. So basically, if this thing sends someone to sleep and then it turns into this, it'll damage basically everyone in the department. Basically, just let it walk around. I don't... Unless there's an upside to letting it transform, I don't understand why you'd let it transform. But you could just not attack it, and it won't. It won't attack you back. I don't know why Popode must have gotten angry. I assume just killing those little gremlins outside of these affected their thing. But we did it. We got through. There's not a dusk one, so we'll probably end the day here. We'll read the lore for this. Oh god, look at that. I wished to sleep eternally, so don't bother trying to wake me up again. An abnormality whose form sports a goat's fur and horns. It's not unique in regard to its appearance, with the exception of several colourful eyes embedded on its body. Gaining information about this abnormality is expected to be difficult due to its ceaseless slumber. The following counseling log illustrates how T-0299's ability to make any person slumber psychologically affects the employees. The results indicate that we cannot utilize this ability to reduce the mental corruption of our staff. Please refer to this record for further research. Oh, I see. So because it forces people to go to sleep, their thought was, hey, we can use it when people's like mental starts getting bad. We can just use it to send them to sleep. Please make it quick. I gotta sleep. Is it because of the abnormality? Yeah, I remember seeing something that looked like a sheep pass by me, and well, I fell asleep. Since then I've been like this. Do you remember the dream you had back when that occurred? Oh, I could never forget that dream. Could you please tell us as much as you can about it? It was happy, wonderful, sweet dream. That's all the words I need to describe it. Heck, I even felt glad to be working for this company. And I saw a guy who's not with me anymore. He was right next to me. Omitted. Because of that, I couldn't get a hold of myself when I woke up. I see, I've heard a little about you from the other employees recently. All of them say that the only thing you do outside of work hours is sleep. Could you tell me why? That's me some days. That's me. That's to me IRL for me IRL. Like, uh, don't you understand what I'm talking about? I just want to have that dream again. That dream where I was there with him, recalling those happy moments. But I couldn't go back no matter how many times I slept. I slept and I slept and I slept and slept and slept, and yet I see. I'd advise you take some rest in your room. They said everyone who woke up after hearing the abnormality sound went mad. People think it's because they all had horrible nightmares they can't handle, but I actually think it's the other way around. The reality they had to wake up to was so terrible that the soul gave up on waking life. As you know, the time flows differently in dreams. A mere instant of waking life constitutes an eternity in the dream world. Maybe, if T-0299 were to put me to sleep once again, I might have that wonderful dream anew. I'll prescribe you some sleeping medication. I assure you that'll help you sleep. Please get some rest for now. Finally, you're prohibited from entering the abnormalities containment unit from now on. So basically it sends you to sleep, and you don't wake up, because you don't want to wake up, until someone wakes you. But as it says, if someone goes in and their sanity isn't high enough, their prudence, they just won't want to leave. They'll want to stay there forever. We did good. No one died. We didn't get too many stat increases. Susan's fortune went up. Alfie got a little bit better at temperance. Where's Buffy? There she is. Her temperance also went up a little bit. See you on the next day. Whole week. Week done once we've... once that one's done. That'll be poggers, won't it? Anyway, see you tomorrow for your final day of the week.